Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. So today I'm just kind of lounging. I say I'm not lounging. I don't lounge very well. But I am just kind of relaxing a little bit for a while. This morning I got up. I tried to sleep in, but I didn't. I wasn't capable of it. So I've had some things I wanted to share with you for a while. One of them is about tarps. Now the tarp that I have here is just a military tarp, and this looks like it's a little bit heavier than the poncho, but not a lot. But this is a square tarp, and I'm not going to unfold it entirely, but it does have grommets, and of course, the people. This is surplus, so they had some ties on it. But this is just a square tarp, and let's see if I can find the NSN number. I could not, or I didn't want to look much more. So this is one side of it, and of course the ACU is the other. It has grommets, and then it has the snaps, which I haven't tried these yet, which are the same snaps that are in the poncho. Right? And so we're going to play with that a little bit. So it turned out it's about, I'm going to say it's probably 6x7. It is an complete arm's reach, a little more than that by about a foot more than that. So that's why I think, like, I'm not reaching the end of it. But it is relatively lightweight. It was inexpensive. And it's got the snaps and it's got the grommets. So those are things that I like in this size tarp, because I mean that may be the new shelter half. I don't know. I haven't looked at that kind of stuff since the 90s, or not looked at it with a definitive care in the world about it. But I have several of them, and knowing that they can snap together is a wonderful thing. I like the idea that I can cover more than just one, like I say, maybe 6x7 area. With the grommet holes, it gives me lots of capabilities and flexibility in what I use it for. Whether I'm using it to cover my lawnmower, whether I'm using it as a shelter, whether I'm using it as a windbreak, whatever you use tarps for, cover a load, it's nice to have those. Buying them surplus, one of the three that I had a little bit of a tear in it, so I don't know that this material is super repairable, but I am going to try. I've got a sew-in patch that I'm going to try to sew in, and then I'll use seam sealer type, that's a brand, but seam sealer type stuff to seal the edges and see how it goes. What is something that you guys use tarps for? And are tarps something that you have one laying around? Do you have a few laying around? Do you like size? What sizes do you like? For instance, other than these are just a new acquisition, but the ones that I like to keep around are 8x10s. I have a couple of those. I have a couple of 20x20s, and then at one of my bug out locations, or my primary cabin, I have a tarp that I want to say is 30x40. It is big enough to completely cover my cabin and make like a baker, like here's the cabin, and a baker tarp over the edge of it. That way, in case I have roof damage or something, I can completely cover it. Or in the event in the winter I wanted to add that insulating layer. But what size tarps do you have? Are they all the blue plastic tarps? Do you have any canvas? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. Let's get ready.